What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott, Andy Ruiz. Check this. Deontay Wilder's trainer says most likely the fight will be next with Andy Ruiz. Last year, the World Boxing Council set down a four-man tournament of eliminators to determine a new mandatory challenger to the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. In the first stage, former unified champion Andy Ruiz picked up a 12-round decision over Luis Ortiz, and Wilder, a former WBC champion, demolished Robert Helenius in one round. Now Ruiz and Wilder are online to collide in a final eliminator. However, Malik Scott, the head trainer for Wilder, says the boxer's next fight is not set in stone to be Ruiz. But this is what he had to say. He said it's down to the mystery opponent and Andy Ruiz. Since AJ had made up his mind and does not want to fight Deontay Wilder right now, we're down to Andy Ruiz and the mystery guy. The mystery fighter is not guaranteed to happen as the Ruiz fight. If you're looking at it from the business perspective, it's most likely going to be the mandatory shot, Ruiz. It's looking like Ruiz, but in this game, there's no telling, as Deontay is big-time boxing. When you're big-time boxing and as sad or as unfortunate it may sound to some people, mandatories don't mean nothing. Fighters have stepped aside to make big fights happen. This goes on in boxing. It's what the fans want to make business sense for the fighters and their team. It's likely to be Ruiz, but if not, there's other negotiations as well. And let me counterpunch. I just heard Malik Scott explain in this article, well, hey, it's big time boxing. Mandatories don't mean anything, and we want to make what makes sense for the fans. But this mystery person, if it's not Anthony Joshua, then who the hell could it be? Alexander Usyk, he's in negotiations with Tyson Fury. Who could it be? The only way that would make sense, this mystery guy, would be Joe Joyce. That's the only way I could see it. It would have to be somebody undefeated. It would have to be somebody very menacing, very threatening, very challenging, very, in the know, right? It would have to be Joe Joyce. That's the only person I could see it being. Couldn't be Efe Ajagba. He's fighting this weekend, right? Couldn't be Oscar Rivas because he is out on an injury. So who could it be? Charles Martin? That wouldn't make sense because he was the one that lost in the eliminator, right? So who in the hell could it be? Well, more than likely, people, it's going to be Andy Ruiz, okay? And we could be looking at a Big Ten fake out, like them saying there's this mystery guy, and, this mystery guy brings in intrigue. Of course, because you don't know who the hell he is, but he also, whoever he is, brings home and brings in the money. He brings in the big fights, but we don't know who that is. Daniel Dubois, who knows? That would be a smart move, but Daniel Dubois just fought. Right? So I don't see it being him either. So more than likely, people, it's the inevitable. It's Andy Ruiz. It's Deontay Wilder. They made up a bullshit eliminator. And I call it bullshit because Robert Helenius, really? That's who he fought to be an eliminator of this. I don't buy it. That was a tune-up. That's all it was. See, it could have been like this. It could have been expressed like, okay, Wilder will take on the winner of Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz. That shouldn't be like, like this is some type of wild card tournament. It's not. Helenius was nowhere near eligible to be fighting for any kind of eliminator. Okay? He just wasn't. But that being said, this mystery person may not exist. But then again, like I say all the time, I hope I'm wrong. You guys tell me what you think of Malik Scott. Now, giving us 2 options for Deontay Wilder's next fight. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!